back to Aristotle. He was fascinated by the universe, and he claimed that the universe had always existed. Now, the eternal theory of the universe persisted for a very long time in human history. In fact, it persisted for more than 2,500 years. But beginning in the 19th century, evidence that the universe is running down, especially personified in the second law of thermodynamics, indicated that the universe can't be eternal. Today's energy in the universe has a little bit of useless energy that cannot be used ever again, and the universe is always losing some of its useful energy. It's still sitting there, but it just can't be used. Since you're losing a finite amount through time, the universe can't be infinite in age, or it would have no energy at all, no usable energy in the universe. The real death knell of the theory came in the early 20th century. First of all, Einstein realized, after he completed his general relativity theory, if general relativity was true, then there are certain things that must be true about the universe. One of those was that he concluded the universe must be either expanding or contracting. He didn't know which one it was at that point, but in theory, it had to be one or the other. Einstein, however, did not want to go where that was leading him. That would lead him to conclude the universe had a beginning, but he insisted on the eternal theory of the universe. So he created a force called the Cosmological Force, which balances gravity and allows the universe to persist forever. Now, over the years, that cosmological force has been measured and found to be 0 to the 14th decimal point. So eventually, took him 40 years, eventually Einstein said it was the biggest mistake of his life. And again, recanted and said that there was no such cosmological force, which leads him then to the conclusion the universe must be either contracting or expanding. And it can't do that forever. So the universe had to have a beginning. The next decade, in the 1920s, Edwin Hubble observed actual motion of galaxies and deduced that the universe was in fact expanding. So you combine the theoretical expansion of the universe with the observation of the universe being expanding, people concluded the universe is, or at least was, expanding. And it can't do that forever, so it must have had a beginning. This forced the rejection of the eternal theory for the universe. By 1948, another theory had been proposed, which is now called the Big Bang Theory. It was actually named that by people who were making fun of it, but the name stuck. And the idea here is that the universe started at some point in time, and at that point in time, it was hot, very hot, near infinite temperature, and very dense, near infinite density, and that it expanded from that point forward. That is now the prevailing theory for the origin of the universe. But there is a problem with that theory. The theory explains what happened to the universe once it's already there, but it does not explain where that universe came from. And this is a problem, because if the universe contains all that is physically, then if it had a beginning before that beginning, there wouldn't be anything. But nothing cannot produce something. That which came before the beginning of the universe would be nothing. But nothing has no power. Nothing can't do anything because it is nothing. So it can't produce anything. It can't generate the universe. So the Big Bang Theory purposely does not explain the origin of the universe and cannot. As a matter of fact, it's a little rougher than that for those who don't believe in a creator, because the universe had a beginning. That's an event. And in our experience, events have causes. Thus, the universe, the origin of the universe as an event, must have had a cause. But what is the nature of this cause? If the universe has all of time in it, and that's the claim, then whatever the cause is must be independent of time, must be eternal. The universe also has all of space. So whatever the cause of the universe was, it must be independent of space. Independent of space means that it must be unlimited by space, must be everywhere in space, and not be limited by space, be everywhere outside of space, both immanent and transcendent. Also, the universe has all of matter. So whatever the cause of the universe was cannot be made of matter. It must be immaterial. And you can keep going with this, because what you get is you describing the one who created the universe according to the Bible, the one who is eternal, the one who is omnipotent, the one who has got all the power of the universe. That which brought the universe into being had to have more power than the universe had. And thus, it's all-powerful, it's immanent, transcendent, it's got all the attributes of God. The point here is the origin of the universe cannot be, has never been, successfully explained by theories of men, but it's always been explained adequately by the Bible.